All right, welcome. Happy Monday. This is always a beautiful way to start our week. You know, that commitment to just take a moment and evaluate, regroup, and get that week in alignment. So that's what yoga does. It gives us inner seeing, inner guidance. So welcome, my name is Ta Groen. If you haven't watched me before, I have Healing Touch Vinyasa YouTube channel, and every Monday I stream a live class for you. And last week was the first week I streamed live on Periscope. So if you're watching me on Periscope, yay! All right, so let's get started. Again, all levels. So if you are just new to yoga, this is a great base. It's not beginning, but it is a base. And I always encourage rest, child's pose. If you don't know what child's pose is, I'll show you. And honoring your body and just doing what feels right for your body. Because everybody's body is different, but that's not what I was going to say. Everybody has their own level, and in this class, it can be an advanced practitioner as well as a newbie. So that's why this is considered just a general class. All right, so let's get started. And since I'm standing, I'll just ground us in a standing posture. Nice to revisit how alignment and posture is in a standing form. So it's instead of tilting pelvic bowl forward or tucking pelvic bowl under, you create a neutral, heavy anchor right on that sacral bone. Let it drop. Meanwhile, you let that upper body lift. And the chin, check in with the head. Pulling the head back, creating some length through the top of the head. And some deep breaths. So in California, it is very hot. So it is not recommended to do a vigorous, fast practice. So we're going to take it easy and go slow. We do not want to build too much heat, because it already is stifling. It's humid and it's hot. So we'll go slow, build up slowly. Take a few breaths. Feel your feet even. Feel your heart lifting. Swallow a couple times. A couple deep sighs. Oh, wow. Just that sense of quiet and stillness brings you right in to who you truly are. This beautiful, vibrant being that does not need to prove, to do, just needs to feel contentment in being human. And 2 more breaths. Inhale nose. And let it out through the mouth. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. All right, gently open the eyes. Come to the front of the mat if you're not already there. We'll do half sun salutes, meaning movement with breath through our vinyasa. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, swan dive forward. Notice how slow I'm going. I'm laughing at myself just because, I can't be alone. Starting your practice, it's just like, wow, let's start moving gradually. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands underneath the shins. Exhale, surrender into that forward fold. Good. Sink into the feet. Reach forward. See if you can fire up the legs. So strong. Inhale, come high again to stand. Exhale, hands at your heart. So that's it. That's a half sun salute. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, dive forward. New breath, halfway lift. Exhale, come back in. You can go at your own speed, your own timing. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Great. Again, inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Wow, it's already feeling better. Exhale, better meaning opening gradually. New breath, come all the way up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Just two more. Make it fluid. Halfway left. Exhale, come back in. Get that a little longer on that exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Last half sun salute. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands at your heart. So good. Love it. Inhale, swoop up the arms again. Take that right hand to the left wrist. Give that a pull as you lengthen upward. Inhale. Exhale off to a deep side bend. Letting the rib cage roll up towards the ceiling or the sky. Maybe you're outside practicing. That would be awesome. Awesome, awesome. With the wind and the sky and the clouds. You can imagine them too. Woo. Inhale, come back to center. Switch sides, left hand, right wrist. Inhale, bring it up. Ooh, I'm starting that yawning response. Whenever I start my practice, there's a lot of that release through the jaw and the face. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take the hands behind you. We'll do this a couple times. We'll forward fold, shoulder stretch, maybe 3 times. So it starts with this arc and press. Hands down, hips forward, heart lifting. Bring it back on an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, shoot the hips back, let that come over. It doesn't have to go far. Maybe it just goes halfway, because we'll do it 2 more times. There's a little rocking, a little turning, alternating knees. Make it fun for you, just a little exploration as you go deeper into that forward fold with the shoulders. Again, remember how hot it is here. You're not wanting to move too fast. You're wanting to keep your body cooling, more cooling practice today. Good. Release the hands. Deep sigh. Shake out the head. And either roll up, which I'm going to do, or you can do that flat back reverse swan dive to come up. It's up to you. Once you're back, we're doing that back bend. again. So interlace your fingers right behind you. Suction in the navel. Push the hips forward. You're already starting that back bend. You see that? It's so cool. Heart lifts, back bending, and then push down. Good. Inhale, come back. Bend the knees, shoot the hips back. Exhale, forward fold. Movements are nice. I like that movement and that turn in the rib cage. So one knee bends and then the opposite shoulder rolls up. The head relax. Make sure that head's relaxed. And then alternate the other side. Soften that knee, turn the opposite shoulder. Feet are strong. You're pushing some weight into the feet. It's almost like you're leaning forward. Shake out the head. You're having fun. Good. Back to center. Maybe a little deeper shoulder stretch. Nice and even. Hollow out the belly. Hip creases lifting. Feet end up going firmly into the mat. Footprint into the mat. Release the hands. This time give it a little pound. Side IT bend, low back. Feels good. Smiling, happy Monday. We got this. Just one day at a time. One day at a time. It's okay. All is well. We're in it together, meaning we support each other. We support each other. Good. Release your hands. Again, either roll up or halfway lift or reverse swan dive. Again, I'm just feeling like I want to roll. Maybe even pause on that halfway. That's it. Oh, a little playtime. Cat cow. Inhale. Exhale to come up. Bounce. Bounce. All right, reaching tall. Interlace the hands. One more time. Promise one last time with that shoulder stretch. Third time's a charm. Inhale. Exhale. Push the hips forward. Let the heart lift. Oh my gosh, so nice. Firming up the feet. Heart's lifting. Suction in the navel. So powerful. You could release the hands. Good. Come on back. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Goes a little faster. It's feeling a little better. A little better in this tight, body on a Monday morning or Monday at noon, I should say. Same thing. Head relaxed. Belly, navel turns. One knee softens. Come back to center. There's a kitty. Turn and bend that opposite knee, left or whichever shoulder you're on, doesn't matter. Shoulder lifts, knee bends, opposite. Come here, sweetie. Come here, kitty, kitty. You're good. Come on over. Come say hi. Come say hi. You got this. Come on. Yeah, come say hi. Everybody's gonna say hi. Come on. Come on over. There he is. He's only been with us a week. 1 week. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, good. Release your arms. And then this time, oh, wow, just take a little bend, drop your hips, and straighten your legs. Oh, yeah, it feels really good, doesn't it? Hope you like your yoga as much as I like my yoga. Ooh, little movements. Straighten that out. Circle, maybe circle that shoulder. Little puffs of air help get some of that tension out. Maybe there's a lean forward. Wow, that feels good. All new, all exploratory, and then switch the other side. Oh, Jesus, that's tight. No complaints, just working it out. Sometimes it takes effort, sometimes it doesn't. Ooh, all right, forward fold again. And this time, walk your hands to one side. Again, I always see this, hi, my head, neck, and there's so much tension. So just make sure you shake out the head. Get the neck and head to stay soft and easy and fluid. Come back to center. And then the other side. Yoga brings joy, helps you build and increase your capacity to handle whatever. And that means that happiness, joy, vitality. This takes a short time. An hour is nothing to shift your mood. It's amazing. Low frequency to high frequency. Let's come to down dog. So wherever you are, a little walk forward with the hands, a little walk back with the feet. Okay, and I'm going to play with this movement. Round to high plank. Knees drop, push back to down dog. So it's this wave. See if you can find that fluid spine, liquid, fluid movement forward and back. And there's no rule. You can do the inhale forward or the exhale forward. But one direction, breathe one way. The other direction, breathe the other way. Find out what is your body guiding you to do. Your body guiding you. What do you want? You can close your eyes. We'll do this 3 or 4 more breaths. Last one. I'm on tippy toes. I like that. High plank. Push back. And you have to remember how hot it is here in California. It's hot and muggy. Sit back into child's pose. And again, you don't have to go right into the posture. If your body feels like it needs a time, take a little pulse. Give that layers, give those layers time to expand and open. But once you're there, support your head, maybe fists or blocks. Soften the jaw and the face. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Letting the whole 7 pounds of your head be extra heavy. Oh, and then it's like coming home. Embrace that feeling of like, wow, I can be still. I don't have to do anything right now. Let's take 2 more breaths. Nice. Excellent. Take the hands away and deepen it just a bit. See if the head goes a little lower, letting the head drop. And walk the hands forward. Your body feel like jello actually. Your hips, your legs, your arms. Even though we have a lot of that summer it's ending, but that summer vitality and energized feeling, sometimes when it's humid and hot, you got to tone that down, to balance with the inner fire. Come back to center, switch sides, because part of me wants to do a vigorous practice, get all that sweat going, but it's probably not a good idea. what would have been a good idea if you woke up at 5:30 before the sun came up and did your stronger practice. But sometimes sleep is a good idea. All right, so now we're on tabletop. Rounding into the back, chin into the chest. And then drop the navel down. We'll just do this 2 more times. Navel down, sit bones back, your own rhythm. If you want to do a few more, go ahead. I'm just keeping it slow and tight for my body. Especially the downswing, where I need to exaggerate the sit bones up and the belly down and the heart lifted. Good. Come back to neutral spine. Hover the knees, pause, just hover the knees, tuck your toes under, push into the arms, give your hips a little rock side to side, knees are low. Keep breathing. Oh, so good. So good. You got this. All right, and then back to center and into your down dog. Adjust your feet how you like. I'm going to crisscross. This is a bit of a challenge, so if you're just new to yoga, I recommend dropping your knees and adding a puppy twist. Let me demonstrate that first. For those of you who know what I was going to do is left hand to right ankle. But if you need to drop your knees, you just gotta give yourself a little twist with that left arm underneath the right. If you're in your down dog, left hand to right ankle. We're gonna hold for 5. That's it. Feet underneath. You're like a tripod. Awesome. Hover that left hand. Hover that right foot. Feels amazing. If you can reach for that back foot. If you fall out, just go back in. If you need to go into child's pose, I showed you what that was. Go into child's pose. Just breathing is enough. Doing your breath work. Surrendering into your body. Allowing. Awesome. Feels so good. Release and rest. Actually shake out this right shoulder because it had a lot of, it had a big job holding that right arm. Now sit back into your child's pose. Actually, I feel a little bit of variation here. Left elbow to that right knee, palms together, give it a twist. Yeah, that's good, huh? Needed some opening into the belly. You can check in with the chin, let the chin drop, head be heavy, back of the neck, side of the neck. Maybe there's a yawn. Oh. Nice pressure in the hands. Keep the breath. Good. Inhale, look down for sure. Right hand supports you to come out. Exhale, bring your hands forward. And this time, actually, puppy pose. Just give it a little bit more space in the belly before we do twist on the other side, okay? It's all just what my body is guiding me to do. The more you practice, the more you'll be able to do the same thing for yourself. Good. Lock the hands back in. Cat-cow in between. You're gonna rock. Deep sigh. Soothing and gentle. Be easy with your body. Just that undulation is enough with your breath. Waking up those lines, waking up the prana in your body so that you can be the best version. You know, you're awake, you're alive, you're smart, you're compassionate. Sit back into child's pose, right elbow on the other side. I'm just turning so you could see. And I do have my knees hip width apart. It seems to work better. Right elbow in front of that left knee. Heart reaches out a bit. Using my left hand for support to start the turn. And I wish I had a mat underneath my left elbow, so I'm going to back up. So you want to make sure your elbow has support. And then turn into that left shoulder. And then we played with the neck. Ow. A little bit of pain in my left, so maybe don't lean so much into the left elbow. Lean back a little bit and try to spread the weight out so you're not dumping all the weight into the tip of the right elbow. Constantly learning. Let that go. Let that chin drop. Let the head, oh yeah. Left shoulder. Sometimes you discover those injuries, you know, like, oh yeah, I hurt that shoulder a long, long time ago. Yeah, I did. So that left shoulder is getting a little bit more attention. You let your chin drop. You let that movement of the belly open. But always come out when you need to. Holding for 2 more breaths. Awesome. Good. Woo! Gently use that top hand to come unwind. Come all the way out and go right into down dog. Just make your way into that down dog and explore there. Right heel, left heel movements. Maybe right hand pressure, left hand pressure, left heel pressure. That's what I want to do. Circle the weight. Right hand, left heel, right heel. And then switch that direction, switch that circle of awareness through each limb. So good. Hamstring, you can even linger on that calf. Nice, so nice. All right, little baby steps, walk up. Walk up, walk up. Wow, feels awesome. The forward fold now feels so much better. So grab your hip creases, bring your hands to your waist, sort of bend into the knees, get your ribs to lean forward like you wave over your upper thighs. Feel how even your hips are. Push deeply into the feet and then release the hands, bring them around your calves. You can even crisscross them behind you. Right hand front, left ankle, left hand front, right ankle. And find that sweet forward fold. Good. Feet are firm. Light up the sit bones as you lift them up. Drop the top of the head down towards the earth. It's a deep forward fold. Be careful with your body. Just go to what's a perfect place for you. Inner lines working. Envision your calves moving towards each other. That's kind of what these hands are doing. They're pulling your calves towards each other. Your sit bones high, belly lifts. Shake out the head. All right, plenty. Release the arms. Woo! I'm going to, you can roll up halfway left, reverse swan dive, whatever, or you can take it like I am. The old lady version. I'm sorry. I'm turning, 52, September 9th. So, there you go. I'm just honoring this creaky old body, which is actually doing amazing. Doing amazing, doing amazing. Oh, so amazing. I have to celebrate this. Yeah. Whew. Good job. Give it a little walkabout. If I could do it, you could do it. I've been teaching since 1997. Long time. All right, grab a glass of water. I'm going to switch the camera video here. Good. Hopefully you got a little sip of water. We could come to stand. Give ourselves a little bit more of that side bending, but I'm going to add on to that side bending with a little crisscross. Some of you have done that with me before. This little crisscross to the sides, really good. So we're about halfway through. So we'll do a little bit more standing, and then I promise we'll go down to the ground. So side bending. Arms coming high, right hand, left wrist. Give it a little side bend. It already feels different, doesn't it? Different than that first time we did it. Sink into that right foot. Let that left foot come off. Even that feels good, that little pulse. And then spiral it back. You're still having that pull to the right, but now that left foot's behind you. One of my favorite stretches. You can drop your chin towards your right shoulder. Continue this stretch. Pulling it up and back, ribs in, pelvic bowl. Remember, you don't want to tilt it forward. You don't want to tuck it under. You want that sweet spot of alignment, natural alignment. Right hand comes to the right hip. Oh, yeah. So good. And then bring this up a bit so that that left arm can stretch out. You can even look behind you. Gosh, if you're fortunate enough to have a wall, you can pretend that somebody's giving you resistance on this hand as you stretch. Chin to the right, arm behind you. And then drop slowly that back arm. Bring the fingers together, push down. Fists move to the interlace fingers. Fists move to the left side and the chin to the right. Even out the weight in the feet. Oh, yeah. Can even lift it up. Good. Ah. Inhale, bring it head up. Bend into that front knee. Some of you have done this with me before. I'm going to turn my right foot, but you keep it where you are. I just don't want to be out of the camera. So I'm turning to lean forward and shoot that back into Warrior 3. See that? Just wanted to give you a good visual. Okay, so now you're in Warrior 3. Release the arms. Let them fly behind you. Stabilize that inner belly, inner lines. This is one of my tricks to find that evenness. And then I shoot that back. Heart lengthens forward. Arms shooting back. You got this. Warrior 3. Oh, feels amazing. Feels amazing. I'm going to reach back for my foot just because it feels so good. Oh, hope you're with me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Left hip's dropping. Heart's forward. Oh, so good. Swing that left knee forward. Grab the knee. I know I said this was beginning. So if you are a beginner, guess what? You're just here in that diagonal line. And you're like, okay, I could do it. I could do it. And then you just gradually move. Or come out. Left knee to the left shoulder. And then let's crisscross. Left leg. Hopefully you're at the front of the mat. I'm not sure where you are, but get to the front of the mat. Open it up. And then dive forward. So you're in your forward fold. Good. Feels awesome. Inhale, halfway left. Again, I don't know how many different levels are out there, but if you are needing props, this is how you would use them on a posture like this. Your blocks. So good. And then just step back, right leg, left leg. High plank, down dog. Shoulders over wrist, high plank. Hips coming high, down dog. One more like that. Inhale, one direction. Your own timing. Exhale the other. Back to high plank. Low push-up. Exhale. All the way down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Tops of the feet dropping. First time in up dog or low cobra, you can just hover the hands, let the shoulders lift up. Tops of the feet firm. You can even lift the feet. And then tuck the toes, slide through for up dog. And then tabletop to down dog. Child's pose, always that option. Egyptian, let's go Egyptian. Down dog, heels come high, inhale. Turn, bring your heels to the right. Sink into the feet. I have a slight micro bend in my knees. Even out the weight in the hands and the shoulders. Come back to center, inhale, tippy toes. Exhale to the other side, sink down into the feet. Good, come back to center. If this is too much on the shoulders, just drop the knees and play with the upper body for puppy pose. We're going to hold for just 3 more breaths. Try to find stillness. Broad shoulders, armpits pulling up and back. Strengthen and lengthen through the arms. Drop your chest towards your upper thighs. Your gaze can be towards your calves. Upper thighs even. Even out the shoulders. Last breath. All right, peek forward. Either hop, step. I'm going to step. You can hop. But again, like I said, birthday's coming. Nice. And it's hot. And you want to be careful with building too much heat right now. All right, well, you know where we are? That side bend on that left side. So let's do that. Inhale, bringing your arms high. Left hand, right wrist. Take a breath. Off to the left side. Trying to enjoy this quiet stillness. Effort, but not too much. Lean everything into that left foot. Right leg comes off. Do the little pulse. A little balance. Little bend. And then float. Ooh, a little harder on this side. Float that right leg behind you. Up and over. Really nice. Left hand to the hip. Just exaggerate the press of the hip to the right. Feel a little bit more in the right rib cage as it lifts up and out of the waist. So all the digestion, the organs here too. The liver's on this side, by the way. You're stretching the liver. Right now you're stretching your liver. So good. Good. So come out a little bit so that you can release this arm. Is that what we did? Yep, that's what we did. Release this arm. I had the wall. I looked like you have resistance with somebody pushing against your hand. Yeah, I could feel that. Left chin to the left. Drop, drop, drop. Gosh, I'm losing my breath on this side. Make sure you're breathing. Hand comes down, tingling in that hand, normal. This is our active hand, especially if you're right-handed, you'll be feeling tingling. Interlace the fingers, bring the fist to the right, chin to the left. Still pushing evenly into your feet. All right, head comes up. It's a lot harder on this side. Take a breath. Lean into that front foot. Again, I'm doing that angle. All you have to do is lean forward. Float that right leg behind you. Moving slowly is fine. It's like in molasses or in slow motion. Hands release by your sides. Ribs in, shoulder broad. Right toes shooting back. Right hip dropping. If you did this, interlacing the fingers and bringing it around that right foot, you can try. Or just stay in your warrior three. Maybe you're just tapping your foot off the ground. That's awesome. Make sure your body's in a diagonal line. Smile. Heart, all of that space. Heart forward, knee back. If you fall out, go back in. Smile on the inside. Yeah, oh my gosh, right hip. Oh, so good. Oh, sorry. Knee comes up. Interlace fingers. Breathe in, catch your breath. Rest if you need to. All right, feels really good. Right knee towards the right shoulder. Stay in the present moment. Moving on. Exhale, drop. Right foot drops. Come to the front of the mat. If you're not there, I have to adjust. Cross-legged forward fold. Smiling. Reach. This is where we get to calm that nervous system. Calm it down. That was a lot to balance in Warrior 3 or Standing Bow. Remember, it's summer here in California. If you're somewhere else, Australia, where my daughter is, it's winter time. And so I would say go for it. Do some sit-ups, do some leg lifts, do some more chaturangas. But not for us right now. You want your practice to be a little bit more soft and easy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull in. Good. Walk to one side. Come back to center. A little bit more on this side, I feel. Maybe you're following along. If not, just come out and rest. Check in. What do you need? All right, I'm stepping back. Both legs. Finding that ripple or that high to low push-up or that high plank to down dog or that child's pose. To up dog, possibly. To straight leg down dog. All right, are we ready? I'm so ready. Let's drop our knee. Prepping for pigeons. We're going to do a couple things. We're taking shortcuts here. Right leg forward. Extra support underneath that left knee. And give yourself our first real, true hip play. Forward and back. You're bending into that lunge. You're going straight into that hamstring. Pulling by pulling back. Bending that right knee. Straightening that right leg. Good. Now stay on that lunge, but come up. Right hand on the knee, left hand on the hip. Bend the left foot. See if you can reach back for that foot. Just stretching that out. Kind of like what we did when we were in that standing warrior, standing bow. Giving that a little pull. Interlaced fingers. You can pull it away. Or you can pull it close to you. Check in with your eyes. Right off your nose. Such a fun practice. Release that right arm. Release that left foot. Sink a little deeper, but take the, first before you sink, take that right hand into the hips crease. Roll that hip crease back and then settle in. Lower belly lifts. Feel that? Oh, feels so good on the front of that left leg. Oh yeah. Good. Hands to the low back. Keep that lower belly lifted. Elbows pull towards each other. Should feel nice. Still into that back bending theme. Really good. All right, gently come out. And we'll just take that right leg back. And switch. Left leg forward. I'm extending that right mat underneath my knee. Oh yeah. And then playtime. Playtime on this left hip now. Forward and back. Now sometimes it's hard to slow down. Slow ourselves down. Mindful lunge. Say I'm lunging. My hips pulling back. My foot's firm. Exhale to straighten. Leg pulls back. Maybe toes flex. So inhale one direction. Exhale the other. All right, plenty. And then we came up. Make sure that front foot's firm. Inner arch lifting, spreading out the toes. Left hand on the knee. Pushing in. Sink that up. Fire up that left side body or left IT band, right? To left glute, to left hip. And then the right hand reaches for that right foot. Pull it in. It's okay if it doesn't. Don't worry if you can't reach. Just lifting is plenty. I'm going to go a little wider. I think it's settling. Yeah. Lower belly still lifting. Power through the central column. Knee pressing into the ground, that right knee. Heart lifting upward. Even just the two directions. Right knee dropping down to the mat. Chest reaching up. Heel coming towards you. Powerful stretch. Last couple breaths. You can try pulling it away. Oh, so hard. All right, come back in. Release that foot. So good. Releasing that back foot. Soften that back knee. Make sure you're feeling like you're in alignment. So maybe the left foot over to the left, right knee connected. Feel the alignment. And then drop the hands to the low back. Lower belly lifts. I take a little bit more time on my left side, so just bear with me. A little more patience on this left side. Working some injuries on this left hip. Maybe you have something going on the right, so you would take your time on your right side, whereas I'm taking my time on my left side. Drop, sink. Lower belly lifts, heart, elbows towards each other. Oh, geez, good. Come on out. Gently release and just step back. That was plenty. Sit and absorb it. Absorb that prana that's flowing through the hip, starting from that hip crease, lining and living all the way up to the top of the head. Drop the chin. Hands reach towards your kneecaps. Let's do our fire breath. Inhale, nose. So all we're doing is blowing, like you're blowing out a candle, and it naturally suctions in some air. So it's not all one breath. Inhale, nose, and palm. Beautiful. Doesn't that feel good? Deep sigh. Give yourself a head roll. Chin to the left, chin to the right. Deep yawn. Head is heavy. Go right down, chin down center. Torso's lifted, chin's just dropping. Now bring the hands to help assist. You just resting the interlaced fingers right on that nape of the neck and your elbows. So you don't do much. You're just letting gravity help with the heaviness of the elbows. Maybe there's some roundness happening in the navel and your belly. Going a little lower, chin into the chest, rounding down. And then into rabbit. Okay, so you're going to roll all the way down. Top of the head comes down. Okay, top of the head connects. Release one hand to the heel. Release the other hand to the other heel. Hold on, grip those heels. Get your shoulders to lift up onto your back and then lift your hips a little higher. Not too much weight in the head. This is rabbit pose. Knees have more weight. Well, actually, it's not. What is it? It's just like this heaviness in the knees, like that jello feeling that we get when we're in child's pose, that release. Let the knees just release down, and then let your hips and your navel lift up. Still breathing. Don't forget the shoulders. They tend to want to drop low. You want to pull them in and up a little to broaden the chest. We'll do this twice. All right, gently soften the hips. Use your hands and just come up. I know we've been on our heels for a while, so walk the hands forward and just straighten out the back. You can also go into down dog. That would feel nice too. Or dolphin. Dolphin would be amazing. So dolphin is forearms down and hips high. Yes. Doesn't that feel good? So how you know your practice is flowing when you're going, oh yeah, that's next. I love that. It's an experience. Hope you're having as much fun as I am. Really, oh, I even got a crack in the neck. Giving you a little bit of my zen, you guys. All right, as promised, one more rabbit. Okay, this time we'll go through into it a different way. We're just going to hold our heels to start. So you want to grab those heels. These can be about hip width apart. Grab the heels. Depends on how flexy you are. I'm a little tight today in my low back, so it looks different. But grabbing the heels, round down, until you get the top of the head to come down and your hips to come high. Grip into the feet, pull. This time maybe you're going a little bit more firm into the feet as you pull.
Hips high, not a lot of weight on the head. Even out your weight in the knees. Round into the upper back, lower back. All right. Hips drop. Hands underneath you. And you're more than welcome to move through high to low push-up and all of that. I'm just moving my knees to the side, coming right on to my back. Hovering the knees because we're almost there. We're almost to an hour. Can you believe it? So just bring your knees up, back. Straighten out the legs. Give yourself a lift and a drop. Doing a couple things at once. It's massaging, first of all, because you're getting this beautiful lift, but you're also engaging your lower abs. Feels good. This reminds me of another exercise that's quite simple and not too intense, which is perfect for a day like today. Taking a block, or just even envisioning that you have a block. Bring it right into your inner thighs. Arms off like a T. I'm going to turn, actually, I'm going to bring it out a little bit so I have my arms can be out like a T. Not too high. Don't want it above your shoulders. You want it just a little bit lower. Knees right off your waist and your feet sort of off your knees. Inhale. Exhale to lower almost to touch to the right. Holding and pulling into that block. Inhale, bring it back to center. And then exhale the other side. Good. I don't know what we call this. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. I like long breaths if you haven't noticed. Inhale, nose breath. Exhale to the right or the left, whichever side you're on. Just back and forth. Last set. Nice. Come back to center. Take out your block and eagle legs. There's options here. You don't have to do eagle legs if it doesn't connect for you underneath. Just keep your knees side to side. We're just doing an eagle twist. You have your eagle legs. Bring your hips to the right just a little bit. So it's a little kind of wiggle. You saw that. And then use a toe for support to bring your knees to the left. And then look to the right. I need my upper body to move a little. Got crunched in there, so make sure you're long, which affects the bottom side, affects the top side. So make sure the bottom side is feeling its full length so that this top side can open up. Each side is different. And then look over your right shoulder. So I have I didn't say, but I have my right leg over my left, and I'm looking to the right. Keep that left side, the side on the ground, surrendered and jello-like, like it's spreading out. Let it sink into the mat. So what is this side again? This right side underneath your rib cage. I said it earlier. Yeah, you got it. Liver. Liver's right here. Huge organ. Big responsibility. Cleaning out our blood. It's our detox from anything that needs to be eliminated. And it goes to the kidneys. And then it goes to the bladder. All right. Gently unwind. I'm unwinding my legs just because of my vulnerability lately in my low back. I'm being very cautious and gentle. So you can unwind, come back to center, give it some soothing, little circles, little movements. Deep breath, alternating. All right, now it's the left leg for eagle legs. Hook that around. A little easier for me to move on this side. Hips over to the left, knees drop, arms off like a T, look the opposite direction. If you have props handy, you can use them for that little hook for the shoulder, which gives it support, grounds that floating limb, whichever limb it may be. All right, feels about balanced. Take a breath, unwind, come back to your back. Any last posture that your body wants? What would you like? A little bit of happy baby, maybe. Oh yeah, inner thighs. In fact, I am going to separate myself from this wall and give myself some movement. Yeah, some opening to open up the legs. You might like that too, where you just inner groin rotating down. Feels good. Toes pointing down. Navel in, hips. Just a little bit of movement into the belly. You can also just hold your calves. You can also hold your inner thighs. All right, slowly with just, micro movements, bending the heels in towards you. Use your hands for support on the outer edges of the knees. And then just bring that in and even roll like forward and back. Soothe those hip sockets. Alignment and soothing, really key. So no injuries, no overstretching, more inner seeing, more inner awareness. Deep sigh. All right, and then set yourself up for Shavasana. I have a big mat on order where I don't have to move so much. I can have this huge mat for the space. All right, support yourself with blocks underneath your hamstrings, arms down by your sides. It's what we work for. This is why the yoga is so powerful. because what it makes you feel is this sense of quiet and stillness. You can meditate now. So maybe after your Shavasana, you give yourself a 5-minute seated meditation because your mind is more at peace and you will find that you will be able to meditate. That's what the yoga practice is for. Receptivity to stillness, quiet, allowing receptivity to your highest self, higher thought, creativity, ideas, not only from your intellect, but from all of the universal consciousness, that comes streaming in. You're like an antenna that can only hear, can only receive when it's attuned to that frequency, that higher frequency, that higher thought. You feel ready? Take a deep sigh. You rub the thumb against the tips of the fingers, rocking the head from side to side. Moving however you want, just slowly, it'll wake up the body. Bringing the knees close to your chest. Circling the knees, massaging the low back. A couple deep sighs. Yawn or two. Crack the ankles, circle the ankles. Ah, yeah. And then roll to either side. And find that yourself on your side. Heavy. Oh, let it go. Let it go for just a minute. Be heavy. A second or two. And then that top hand is your support. Bring it all the way up to meditative posture. Last thing to come up is your head. Lifting your head. Yeah. Wow. Wow. One last breath. Inhale, nose. And let it out through the mouth. Exhale. Great. Seal the lips. Back in through the nose. Out through the nose. All right. Namaste. Woo. Have a great week, Andrea. Thank you for being here. My last woman standing. You made it to the end. Woo! So good. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you next week. Okay. Thanks for being here. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Bye. All right. So there we go. Leave that. Hi, you guys. How are you doing over here in Periscope? Anybody watching me? Let me see. No, not yet. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the class. And I'll see you next time, next Monday.